Hey, Ryan here from G&B. Today we're going to take a look at a movement that you can use that will help with better body control. We're going to be focusing on the inverted leg raises. The inverted leg raise is great because it not only forces you to work on your balance while upside down, it also helps you to strengthen your core. I'm going to take you through a series of progressions. Make sure that you start at the beginning and get your tripod hold down at first. Once you can get that, you can start working onto the more advanced levels. It goes without saying that we're going to be putting a lot of pressure on our head and our neck. So I suggest that you find a towel or maybe a soft mat that you can use to place under your head when performing the inverted leg raises. Also, this can be a little bit of an intimidating movement because there's a tendency to fall over when performing it. That's why I suggest in the beginning that you use a wall. Pretty simple stuff, but turn yourself so that you're kicking up and have a wall behind you just in case you happen to fall over. Let's go ahead and take a look at the progressions. Before we take a look at the mechanics of this movement, I first want to say make sure to use a wall in the beginning. This is not only just for your safety, but also to help overcome the fear factor that comes when working with this movement. Let's take a look at the proper position for the inverted leg raises. We're going to have our hands a little wider than shoulder width, and we're going to draw a triangle. Now, for this triangle, we'll have our hands at 2 points and we'll place our head at the top of this triangle. If our head is in between our hands, it's going to cause us to fall out of balance, and we don't want that, of course. So when we draw our triangle, we want to make sure that we put our head on that top point, not your forehead, but the very top of your head. From here, we're going to straighten our legs and try and bring our rear end up over our head. This is very important, and yes, it's going to be uncomfortable in the beginning. However, use a towel or use a mat to help get into this position. Next, our focus is on placing our knee on our elbow. We're only going to do one leg at a time and work on getting our balance. So make sure that you don't flare your elbows out. It's a key point. Just take one leg and place it up on your elbow. Remember, we want to try and keep our butt up over our head as close as possible. Once you get that, you can place both knees on your arms, work on holding it, and eventually extending one leg up into the air. This is where the wall helps because it can be quite intimidating and scary when performing this for the first time. Be safe. The next progression is going directly into the leg raise. We'll start with our legs straight as we did before, trying to make sure to get our butt up over our head. From here, we'll bend our legs and then extend our legs up into the air. We'll still keep them bent at the very top, but focus on pulling your knees into your chest and doing repeats. In other words, multiple reps of this movement. The next progression is a full extension. We'll once again start with our legs straight, bringing our butt up over our head. We'll then bend our knees, placing them on our elbows, and then exhale as we extend our legs straight up into the air. Once again, we repeat this for multiple repetitions. Once you become comfortable with extending your legs up into the air, we're going to perform the same movement. However, we're not going to bend our legs. This really forces you to use your core and work on your balance. Again, make sure that you don't flare your elbows. Really push into the ground, exhale as you extend your legs up into the air. Our final progression is just to be a show off. We're going to extend our arms straight and extend our legs up into the air straight. This actually isn't that difficult and is something that you can play around with, and it's a lot of fun. So make sure that you drive your hands down into the ground and exhale as you extend your legs upwards. Be sure to head on over to goldmedalbodies.com to join the Alpha Posse and get more tutorials.